Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Inspired Books Group Coaching Call. Today is July 30th, last Tuesday of the month, and it's on to August. And I don't like it when it turns to August because then August means it's fall and then fall means it's winter. I think way too far ahead.
Enjoy today. So at the summer solstice, you must be thinking Christmas is coming.
Well, and I think this started as a kid because August means going back to school, which means, okay, that means winter's around the corner. So it means my summer's almost over. Yeah, I think way too far ahead. I need to live in the moment more. So anyway, what's been going on with all of you? Anybody have any wins to share or questions or anything they need help with? First of all, Carolyn's coming in. Good morning, Carolyn. All right. Anybody? Anything?
Well, good morning. I had an experience of trying to record my second TV show with 4 grandchildren. I think it took 5 takes. They were tired. And then we finally got it right, and I paused it because one of my granddaughters she had kind of missed the line, so I paused it and just said, okay, I had my teleprompter up and everything. And they had gotten so good at memorizing. It's been 5 takes. They had, just a simple line. They were doing some ad-libbing. I said, oh, that's going to be amazing. Well, when I paused it, it didn't unpause when I clicked it. So half of the show, so I can't even use it.
Oh, no.
Yes, I was so like, and they were leaving the next day, so I couldn't even redo it again. I'm going like, and it was like 10 o'clock, and they were leaving the next day, and they were going to take their baths, and I was going like, they changing their clothes and everything, Oh my gosh, okay. So, I'm going like, God, you can't waste this. So I said, I guess I use portions of it for shorts or for something like that.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. You can still repurpose it, and you could maybe hop on a Zoom call with them and record it that way.
Yeah, I told them, Mom, I said, I'm going to call them because the oldest was 12 and she was so excited about being on TV. So I said, I've got to do a recording with them down there so we can finally get this thing up. But it was fun. It was a memory made of, shooting this thing at Grandma's house. So.
Love it.
Yeah, the joys of technology and the remembering to record and unpause. Oh man, been there. I think we've all done it. Every one of us.
Kathy, I was saying good morning to you. I have myself muted. So good morning, Kathy. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Anything to report, Carolyn?
I have to check after I get off this call. I have to check with the Library of Congress regarding my numbers, and then I have to give that to the formatter, and then we'll take it from there. So I'm just real excited how everything has progressed. Right now, and this has nothing to do with the book. It's just what I'm focused on right now. I'm working on certifications for government contracts, so I had to resubmit some information to one agency. I have to resubmit information to another agency, but it's been very tedious. I've had to submit tons of documents, and that's what my focus has been on. So prayerfully, this will go through this time. They won't, one of the employees, I think I mentioned this in one of our previous calls, that she walked me through everything. She called me actually last week. She's like, okay, let's go through it again. Let's double check. Let's make sure you have everything in order. And I was like, okay. So I just called her and just, thanked her, for her time. And she actually got a 5-figure bonus And I really believe that it was because of her assistance with me,
Yeah.
besides what she does in her, does normally. But, I really believe that, God blessed her because of her helping me as well. So,
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Good. Yeah. Keep her phone number. You got a connection there.
oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I wanted to mention, Diane, I didn't tell you this, but on last week you had sent information to Kathy about a customer service workshop,
Yeah.
and I attended it. You had sent information to Kathy. Kathy passed it on to me. I went to the customer service workshop and it was great. So I want to say thank you.
I don't think that was me.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't you?
What? Was that the fiber thing?
You said, was it the what?
The fiber thing?
No, it was something else. It was
Hey,
a
well, maybe
customer service workshop, and Kathy sent me the info that was sent from you. So
well,
maybe
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I
Let's
just want to
see.
say thank you. But if it wasn't you, I mean, I'm not sure what happened, but Kathy sent me an
Well,
email. So
you know what? It sounds like maybe it was a God inspired type thing.
that's weird. Okay. Because it had
Oh,
your name
yeah,
on the email.
here it said, it's from Diane. Could you forward this to
Yes.
Carolyn? Thank you so much. Looks like it would be good for her, Diane.
Oh, good. Oh,
And
good.
yeah, it was 3 ways to modernize your contact center and delight your customers.
Yes. So
Oh,
thank you for
wonderful.
that referral.
Yeah, I love it how when God uses us and we don't even remember that he used us.
I tell you.
That way we don't get to take the credit. He does.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. I love it. And yeah, I mean, even Diane, you don't remember doing it. I appreciate that, you took the time, you thought of Carolyn and you took the time. And that's what I love about our group is you guys care about each other. And if there's anything that you think someone else, could use or be interested in, you pass it on. And I love that. So thank you for doing that.
That's good.
All right. Anybody else?
I
Lena?
want to thank everybody for leaving me a book review. I think I've got friends who are supposed to be on the book launch team. I think two of them like got a shock of their life when their reviews rejected because they forgot they did not spend any money on Amazon over the past 6 months.
How can you not spend money on Amazon?
Oh, we don't use Amazon so much in
We like
Singapore. We have
always
other,
do.
yeah, because we have other online app and websites
Yeah.
that we shop on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's like I say, I kind of expected it, but well, it's always a bonus to get book reviews.
Yeah. Yeah. And in case any of you didn't see it, Lena got #1 new release in at least 2 categories that I saw.
Woohoo.
Oh, that's so
Congrats, Lena.
Actually, I want to thank God. I don't know. I believe it's because of the category that I picked, and I think in Publisher Rocket it tells you like how many books you need to sell in order to hit #1 or something. I think the category I picked was maybe only one book a day.
But here's the thing when you're picking your categories is you want to pick categories that are competitive. As I teach, there's a strategy to picking them. You don't want to pick a category that's so super, super competitive that you'll never get noticed. You want to pick ones where you can get noticed, you can get found. But yeah, you don't necessarily want to pick a category where, yeah, I only have to sell one book and I can be #1 if that category isn't really relevant. Now, if the category is really relevant and it's got a decent score, then you still pick it. And with 3 categories, you can pick a little bit more competitive category, and then maybe a medium one and one that's not as competitive, so that you have a little bit more variety and can be found. And so, yeah, it's the category you picked, but that's the whole point of it is you were smart with the category that you picked. So good job. That means you did your research.
Good show.
Thanks to
Lena.
your lessons too.
Yeah, and you worked hard, you persevered through a lot of ups and downs, and but you got it, and you hit that number one mark, and that's just, and I know it's like the number one in a category really doesn't mean all that much, because even if it were a little bit more competitive category, if nobody's published a book in that for a couple days and you come out gangbusters one day, you're gonna rank up, but it's still, it means you've done your work, you've done your research, and it's just a good feeling to get that tag, no matter how much it really means. It's just a good tag, and you can tell people I reached number one in Amazon, in an Amazon category, or two Amazon categories, or whatever. It's bragging rights, so take it.
Lena, did you
I'll
do a
take it.
screenshot? Did you
Yes,
take a
I did.
screenshot? Good,
I
good.
did.
All right. Anybody else? I'm really curious if anybody has given any more thought to what I taught on as far as holding an event. I don't mean like planning something like you've already got a plan, but just if anybody has given it any consideration that maybe sometime down the road you'll want to do an event like the one I was talking about, where the lady held like a one-day event, like a leadership event as part of her book launch.
I will definitely take advantage of it, Kathy.
Yeah, good.
Yes. One of the in one of my books, and this was not planned, but I know that I could count on her. But I gave a shout out to a woman who delivers great customer service, and she has, I think I might have mentioned it, she has a meeting room where you can hold events. So I'm going to definitely ask her about doing that for my books.
Yeah,
Yes.
awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that's great. I love it. Annette, were you going to say something? She maybe stepped away. Anybody else?
Yeah, I wanted to share. I think I shared with Kathy. After I published my ebook, I kind of like sent my messages to people, and a couple from church invited me to share in one of the trainings, in one of their training sessions in church, and they offered for me to make my book available for sale, at the event, at the training or whatever. I haven't actually said yes, to the event, so to speak, because it's like I've never taught for 3 hours. Like, in school, I ever taught like maximum maybe 45 minutes, but that's from like a curriculum that has been planned. So what they're asking me is to develop curriculum for 2 sessions of 3 hours, probably like an expansion of a particular topic from my book. And then from there, yeah, so they want me to make my book available for sale at their training. So I know it's a great event, but I'm still struggling a little bit.
Oh, I think it'll be a great opportunity. I think you should do it, but that's between you and God. But yeah, I mean that's awesome. I mean, I thought it was, yeah, I didn't realize it was so much. Like, I thought they wanted you to sell your book there, but to have 2 sessions, that's pretty big. It's pretty big. That's awesome. Good job. Annette, did you?
Yeah, I was just saying, yes, I did think about that. And the Lord gave me this revelation to think 3 months ahead. So to give myself time to plan it out. And yes, that was a good idea.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Good. Well, keep me posted as you guys advance on those things. It's exciting to hear things come together. So share that when you get to that point. All right. Well, today I wanted to share with you we're always talking about different ways to market yourself, to get in front of people. And so I wanted to expand on the platform of SKOOL because I wanted to show you around it a little bit. A lot of times they'll say, oh, go out and just join a bunch of Facebook groups. Well, the Facebook groups, a lot of them that I've joined have not really been all that great. The SKOOL communities that you can join are better quality because people have to actually pay to open up a community. So if someone's going to pay $99 a month to open up a community, they're probably going to give you a little more attention, a little more content, a little more engagement. And so it's a way for you guys to potentially connect with other people that you might be interested in. Whether it's just for personal interest, maybe there's a group out there that you're just interested for personal reasons, having nothing to do with your book or business or anything. And then there might be groups out there that might be like-minded, maybe same kind of topic or something that would be a great complement to yours that you could join. I don't say join groups just to join groups. Join groups groups that are going to enhance you, something where you can learn something, build connections, things like that. So I just want to show you around the platform a little bit today. And for those of you who might not be familiar with it yet, let's see, do I have it open? There it is, okay. There. Okay. All right, so the login here. This is just to SKOOL. It's skool.com. If you want to join my community, I can give you the link directly to my community. But if you just want to join SKOOL, it's just skool.com. SKOOL.com. All right, so I'm gonna first show you around. Actually, I'm gonna do this to get to their main page. So I'm logged out of my account so that I can show you what it looks like before you have an account. If for those of you who may not have an account yet and want to look around, this is what it would look like. And the groups, they have a ranking as far as the ones that are like the most popular and search the most, things like that. And so these are probably in that order, but you can search for something. So if you want to search for a specific topic, maybe you want to search for a finance group, something like that. So you can just type in the search bar what you're looking for and scroll through what's out there. See what's, if there's anything that is of interest to you. I'm going to search. When I looked for author stuff, I didn't really find a lot. I mean, there's these things that came up, but nothing like really what I was trying to do. And I don't even know where I'm going to show up on here because I'm so brand new that see if I put in my group name, if it actually shows up. See, there it shows up. So if you know the name of a group, you can just type it in and then it should show up. But when I just type in authors, anything that has the word author in it probably is going to show up, and then wherever I'm ranked within that search, so I could be on page 2 or 10 or 20 or however many there are. I'm going to go back here and just show you some of the things. So you can see there's a number in the corner. That's how they're ranked. Like they're number 87 out of, I don't know how many people are on SKOOL, but they're ranked number 87. So they're in the top 100 groups, which is pretty good. They only have 251 members. Theirs is a paid community. So you'll see if there's a cost to get into it, and it tells you if it's private or public. So it's a private group and it costs $99. This one's a private group, but it's free. So private and free mean that you still have to go through the process of like probably answering some questions and then having the administrator of that community approve your entry into that community. So that's a private group. If it were public, then you could just join. So that's the difference between private and paid, private and free, and then public. So, and I don't know if there's any public ones out here or not. I imagine there are, but most of them are going to be private because there's a public one here. It's public and free. So, but most of them are going to be private because these are people probably trying to grow a business. And so they want to screen who's coming into their community. So you can go out and you can find probably some group to join that's free. But there might be some that are charging. And it might be like this is, per month. Some might have just it might be a free community, and then when you get in there to access some of the stuff, you might have to actually buy it. So there might be some free stuff, but then some paid stuff within the community itself. Like this one's only $5 a month. So it's a wide variety. There are, take this off once. Thought there was other. Oh, this is still. I want to try to get. I'll just click on the logo. I'll take you all the way back. So there are other ways that you can search instead of just putting a name in. You see these tabs here? These are categories. So if you are looking for something in the personal development, instead of, typing in something maybe more specific, you could be a little more general and just go to a category and see what falls under that category. And you can click more to find all of these categories. Maybe you want to search for something in spirituality, and you can search then that way. There's also this filter button over here. You can click on it and you can say all, or maybe you want to search public, or maybe you want to search just private. If you want to search just free communities, you can click on free. And then that way, you're only going to see stuff that's going to be free to you to join. So let's say I'm gonna just click on, well, I don't want to click on that one. Some of these I don't want to click on them. This community is designed to help you engage in God's word. Okay, so let's click on this one. So there's his about page. He's got a video. It tells you a little bit more about maybe what the community is about, how many members there are. It's over here as well. And you can click join group. I'm not going to do that, but you can click join group. That's how you would join. For those of you who've already joined my community, you saw that when you clicked join, there were 3 questions. So SKOOL allows the administrator to ask up to 3 questions for people joining the group. And so you may get questions, you may not. If you don't answer those questions, they're probably not going to let you in. Some people will screen quite tightly. Like my business coach, if they leave like a 1-word answer or they don't complete their bio, he doesn't let them in because he doesn't take them as being very serious. He calls them lurkers. More of a lurker. So that's one way of searching for a community. Now, another way is I'm going to go, let's see, back to, I'm going to log in. And show you how, if you are already in SKOOL, how you can search for a community. So I'm just going to go to mine. Okay, so let's say you're in my community and you want to look for somebody else. So first of all, how you're going to find any other communities when you're in here, you can bookmark them onto the side in your settings, but you can go up here to these two dots and you can see all the communities that you are in. You can also discover communities. If you click on discover communities, it's going to take you back out to this page to where you can look for a community. Okay. You can, so that's how you can search for other communities once you already have an account. And you go to log into what I've noticed is SKOOL kind of keeps you logged in unless you manually log yourself out. So if you want to get to that main screen, you know, if you're logged out, then you can search like I showed you. Otherwise, if you are logged in, you can do it right from your dashboard where you can just click Discover Communities and search for them. If you would do it here in this bar, it's going to search my community. It's not going to search other communities. You have to actually go out to Discover Communities to search for a different community. But I'll just show you around my community a little bit for anybody who's not in it. I think you guys are all in it, but I'm not sure. Anyways, so what I like about these communities is you can engage with other people. You can make a post here. So if you guys want to share something, all you got to do is click in this write something box, go down here, select a category. And these are, you know, is this a question that you're asking? So if you have a question, you can click this category and then give it a title and then just write out what your question is. You know, like the title just might be choosing categories. And then you could write out, how do I choose a category? Or how do I, whatever your question is, you just give it a title and then you write out here in the body of the post. And then this will light up and you can click post and it will post. You can attach pictures, like you can do an attachment and then it'll let you attach a picture. This is a link. You can do a video, attach a video, whatever. So there's cancel. What I like about the communities is, one is the engagement. And this is how I met Susan. I met Susan through Safe Heart Communities. And her friend who runs that community is Sam. And I met Sam through my business community. And so we've met, you know, through these different communities and being engaged. And I love Susan. I love Sam. Sam's great. Sam's a go-getter, man. She is just a go-getter. And you know, and other people, I've met other people, and it's been wonderful. And for me, this type of community is really good because, as I've shared with you guys in the past, I used to be super, super shy. And God broke that off of me when he had me write my book. However, what happens when you live 60 years of your life being shy, it becomes a way of life. And so, you know, I've been content with not being in communities. You know, I've been content just with my core group of friends. And, but I realize I can't live my life like that. God's given me assignment to do this business, and I can't grow the business if I don't connect with people. And I can't help people if I don't connect with people. And so I've had to put myself out there. I've had to try to break that habit, that way of life that shyness had put on me, and start getting involved in these other communities. And I haven't had as much time as I want to because I've been trying to get my workshop up and going and everything. Once I have this all done, then I can start being more active in those other communities. But you can find real friends in these communities. You can find business connections. You can find maybe a prayer partner, you know, things like that. I mean, just think how you guys have connected with each other in this community. And you can do the same in these other communities. And it's not to go out there and just I'm going to join this community and say, hey, everybody, I got a book. I got a book. I got a book. You know, it's not about that. It's about making connections. And when you make those connections, then you can start to promote. Like people like, oh, what do you do? Well, I'm an author, and oh, I have this small business that, you know, da da da, whatever it is, you know, for me, it's like, oh, I'm a coach, you know, for Christian authors. You just start talking and you start to get to know one another, and another be like, oh, really? Well, I've been wanting to write a book, you know, or, you know, whatever it is. This is how you gain connections. And the next thing you know, you get asked to be on a summit. Sam asked me to be on her summit. She asked me to, and I didn't join her community. I mean, when I joined it, I never thought I'd be asked to be on a summit. You know, that's not why I joined it. Um, so, but you never know what comes out of it. Those are the blessings that come out of it when you are real and um, give interest to other people and you give feedback to other people. And which is why I asked you guys to join my free community where I hold the workshop. Obviously, you guys are in this community and you don't necessarily really need that community, but you can serve as a real blessing to people who are coming in and just getting started off, to be encouragers to them. And even that, you don't know what kind of connection you might make with somebody. And so as we are trying to always look for ways to promote our book, um, or promote our business or our ministry, whatever it might be, we have to start thinking outside the box a little bit. And it's not all about running social media posts or doing Facebook ads and you know, being in Facebook groups. There's other things you can do. You could join book clubs, you know, the uh, the communities, different types of communities like SKOOL or other ones that might be out there. Maybe they're local groups. Maybe there's a local group in your community that you can join. Just getting connected, making connections. And I'm speaking to myself because this is really what the Lord has been, I think, speaking to me over the last several months is you got to get out there. You got to put yourself out there. And social media, it's easy to hide behind social media. It's easy to, you know, make a post and then um kind of hide behind that. And when it's harder is when you actually put yourself out there and now you are connecting with people, and in the community you may not really be seeing each other face to face, but you're still engaging with each other. And these school communities, what I've realized is, like I said, is they're on a deeper level because they are a paid community for the host of the community. It's a paid community. Therefore, they're going to do what they can to try to make it successful. Whereas Facebook groups, there's no cost to them. And so it's easy to forget about them. But when you have an investment, it's just like anything. When you have an investment, when there's skin in the game, so the saying goes, you tend to put more into it. So the host is going to put more into it. If you join a paid community, even if it's like $5 a month, you're going to be more likely to show up to that community because you have a little bit of skin in the game. It might only be $5 a month, but why waste $60 a year if you're not going to be active in the group? So these are just some ways to put yourself out there, you know, to you know, get in front of different people and make new connections. Try something new. So, Susan, if you don't mind, I'd like to hear your experience. I know you've been in Sam's group for a while. I don't know if you're in any other groups beside mine, but how do you like the community of SKOOL as a user of it?
It's easy. I've been using it for 6, 7 months through Sam. I like, she does what she calls micro interviews. That's how I got introduced to you. And I learn a lot. I know Sam works hard trying to get people to stay connected, make
Yeah.
comments, etc.
Mhm.
Challenge for the leader of a group to
Yeah.
keep people engaged.
It is.
Yeah, it is. That's the job of the leader. That's what you're paying your money for, and that's
Yeah.
what you're to work on, do is keep it active. Your group is relatively small. She's grown hers a lot.
Yeah.
Um, she's also gone through, and if someone hasn't been active for 4 months, she deletes them.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to go back and start over again.
Yeah.
So she's trying to manage it. So what you end up with is a quality group
Right.
that really want to work together and support one another in whatever the topic is.
Yeah. And that's what our business coach, taught us is if people aren't going to be active, just boot them out because you want that quality. And what I've done, like I said, I haven't been able to be as active as I want to, and that's something that I will do more in the future here. But like in Sam's group, I'll comment on something because I want to comment on it, but I'll also comment on things sometimes to try to help get engagement. So as you as a participant in somebody's group, you've joined that group because um, you want that connection, you want, growth, whatever it is. And so you need to be active in the group, but you can also kind of be a leader in the group to help others get active. Some people like, and I'm that person. I'm that person who what they probably would have called a lurker, although I wasn't really lurking. It's just shyness kept me from being active. And so uh, I've needed that prodding, and so if you can be a leader in a group where you're commenting or you're making posts, you're liking, you're encouraging people, because then that will help them to get more engaged as well. So it's kind of a two-way thing where you can be you're going to get more out of the group as a participant by being active, but you can also be a leader in the group to help other people become more active in the group. And the more active you are, what I've noticed, the more active you are, the administrator of that group notices you. They notice people who are being active. Doug, who's my coach, he gives shout outs to people, good job on what you're doing. I've been on his coaching calls and I've been able to get some uh questions answered by him, and he's noticed, it's like he remembers some posts I've made and stuff like that. And that's encouraging. It's like you're noticed. That means people are watching what you're doing. And if you get noticed, guess what? You get asked to be on a summit, you get asked to be on a podcast, you get to make new friends, and so on and so on. There's just so much that comes out of that, but it requires us to first take that leap of faith, to put ourselves out there, try something new, and then to be active in it. And as I've told you before, in order for a community to survive, the community needs to engage. And that's why I'm always trying to get you guys engaged on our Facebook group. Someday I might move that one over to SKOOL, but for right now, because it costs $99 a month, I'm just going to start with this one because I want to offer that workshop to anybody and everybody, any time of the day. It's going to be evergreen and they can come in anytime. And so you guys can invite people in if you know anybody that would be interested in a workshop. And I've mentioned this, last time, that they can come in. You can invite them into the group. Let's see. I was gonna go out here and actually I wanted to change this. My link. I think I can change it. Not just a second. All right. Now, when I'd first set up my oh, it didn't do it. Maybe it needs like a 24-hour thing. At any rate, I wanted to give you guys the link for anybody who might not be in it yet. Oops. There it is. That's my community link to get into my community. And you can share that with anybody you want to go out there, because this week I'm holding my workshop live and then putting the recordings out there to build out that module. After this week, then I won't be holding the live workshop anymore. I'll just be doing the evergreen course out there, still set up as a workshop, but then what I'll do in order to have some interaction and be able to answer people's questions besides just doing posts is probably once a month I'll do like a group coaching, maybe in the evenings or something like that, where those people who have at least made it to level 2 can join and ask questions. This is an opportunity for you guys to be able to invite people in. But what I'm going to do for those of you who are affiliates is I'm still going to have, I think I'm still playing around with this because my coach says one thing, but it's difficult when you're trying to run an affiliate program. So I still think I'm going to use the funnel so that you can still use your affiliate link to run them through the funnel so that they can see what the workshop is about, and then they can join it. And when they click to join it, then it'll take them out to SKOOL to join in the community in SKOOL. And that way, if they would decide to upgrade and purchase to join our community here, then you would get credit for that. So, but otherwise you can invite people directly into the community with that link and be able to just help other people who want to write a book and help grow the community. So anyways, any questions about the SKOOL community in general and how to use it, or if you think you might want to go out and look for a group, anything like that, or do you want me to look one up? We could look one up together. We can do that.
Kathy, I had a question about the, I was just kind of going through it. You had like different ribbons. People have ribbons. I guess that's are these like you have different boards, a 30-day board and
Oh, yeah.
all of that. Can you explain all of that?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just go back out there.
What they call leaderboards.
Yeah. So yeah, SKOOL is set up. This is not my setup. This is what they do. I can use them or not use them, but they have 9 levels. That when you are active in a community, you level up. And it's real easy to go from level 1 to 2. I think all you need is like 5 points. So if you like somebody's post, if you comment, whatever, like boom, you got 5 points and you level up. I don't set the points. That's all set up by SKOOL. So as far as I know, I can't even adjust that. But to get to level 2 takes almost nothing. So if you can't get to level 2, then you aren't even logging into SKOOL because it's not hard to level up to level 2. And then as you grow, like I can set different bonuses or prizes or whatever you want to call them at different levels. So as you see on level 3 right now, I have this 25 reasons to write a book. So when you get to level 3, you can get that. I think I'm going to change that to level 2. But I have other things now that I've finally come up with that I'm going to put out here as bonuses for leveling up. And what that also does is it helps people to be active. I know Sam was telling me the other day that I think she has whatever she has on level 5. There are people that were wanting that. So they were being active because they wanted that bonus that was in level 5. And so it encourages engagement. And then once you get in that habit of being engaged, you typically tend to stay engaged because it's now kind of become a habit with you. And, you know, you're commenting on people's things. So those are the different levels. And so, you know, we can name them whatever we want. So I tried to come up with with names that kind of reflect as you're going further down your process in the group. And then over here will be your picture, and it tells you what level you're on. And I think it's funny that it's my community and it still walks me through the levels. So I'm only on level 3 in my own community. So it's kind of funny, but my community's only been open 2 weeks as of today. So and it tells you what level you're on and how many more points you need to get to the next level. So you do know that it will tell you how many levels you're going to need before you can unlock that next level. And if there's not all bonus, or not all levels necessarily are going to have a bonus on them. They typically, I think, tell people to do at least level 3, 5, and 7. So you may not have a bonus on every level. That's up to the administrator of that community. And then down here it shows you how many points you've accumulated. So for the last 7 days, this here is a leaderboard of the top 10 people, the people who have been the most active. So right now I don't have a lot of people in the community, so most of you are on the top 10. And if you're not, your name will be listed down below, and I can show you that on one of my other communities. But Susan's number 1. She's been the most active, as you can see. And this is the 7-day. This is the 30-day. I haven't even been around for 30 days. So, and then all time. So once this is going on, let's say for, 6 months down the road, well, you're going to see who's on the leaderboard over the last 30 days, and then all time, in that 6-month period, who's, how they've ranked over that 6-month period. So you got those 3 rankings. It's just kind of fun to see how you're falling in and how active you are. It's showing how active you are. And I'll show you one of my other communities here in their leaderboard. So down here I'm 124. This one I'm number 86, and this one I'm 140. Now, if your name is not down here, that means you're probably up here in the top 10. So if you scroll automatically down thinking you're down here and you don't see your name, look up, because you might be in this group. That happened to me the other day. I'm like, how come I'm not listed down here? I'm usually down here, and here I was in the top 10, which surprised me because I hadn't been as active as I thought I was. So that's what the leaderboard is for, and what it's for. It's really designed to be a tool to help be active in the community. If you ever want to open up a SKOOL community yourself, let me know, because I have an affiliate link that I can give you. SKOOL does reward you if you have a community. They let you be an affiliate, and then you can promote SKOOL and get a commission for it. So that's something else that if you guys would ever decide to start your own community, just let me know, and then you can do the same. You can actually promote SKOOL and get people to join. So, all right, any other questions or comments about using a community like SKOOL?
Well, I just noticed, because I was going like, well, how do you get the points? And I clicked on the question mark. And so it puts in that you get points for clicks, for comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When if you like a post, if you comment on a post, I think you get points for as you go through, if there's a course or something they're in. I think you get points for that. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I don't set them up. They do. So somewhere I'm sure that's explained a little bit better.
Yeah, but it says here 1 like equals 1 point. And as you gain points, you level up. and your level shows. And then it gives the point system on the question mark under your picture.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
So this level is not, well, the levels, you create the levels in your course. Is that right?
Yeah,
Or,
like
or you said because you have hopeful novice, faithful beginner.
yeah. I can
eager,
name
strong.
name
Okay.
the levels, yeah. I can't say I want 10 levels. I can't create 10 levels. There's 9 levels that they give you and you can use them. People are going to level up whether you're really using them or not. So, it's as an administrator, it's to your advantage to use them to um give something for leveling up, just to encourage people to keep going.
Okay.
Yeah. But like my business coach was, trying to get me and everybody to join, and open up a school community months ago. And I'm like, no, I have no need for that right now. And I didn't, because I didn't have everything in place. I didn't know for sure how I wanted to structure the workshop, and I was struggling with what was the best, most beneficial package to be able to offer everybody. And I would have just been throwing money out the window. I'd have been paying $99 a month for a community that I wasn't ready to use. And in fact, I was on a call. I might have said this last week. I was on a call, one of the group coaching calls, and the lady said that she opened up her community, I think 6 months ago, and has never used it. So she needs to get active and get it going. Like $100 a month for something that you're not using. Okay. So, um, so I'm not trying to get any of you to open up a community. I'm trying to get you guys to be involved in communities, to get connections, and maybe there's community out there that can help you out. Maybe a free community or one that doesn't cost a lot. Um, so just to help you guys out as far as on from like a marketing level and just a growth level. But at some point, if you're interested in a community, if you think that something like this would be a good fit for you, then let me know. I can help you out with it, walk you through a little bit more, and give you a link to join to do that. So, all right, anything else?
Hey, Kathy, I wanted to ask if I change the pricing for my book. Do I need to publish my book again?
Anytime you go in and make a change on your KDP dashboard, you have to hit the publish button.
Okay.
It doesn't mean your book gets unpublished.
Yep, I know. Yeah.
It's just they go through the approval process again, and they see what the change is. Oh, it's a price change. Yep, whatever. They hit approve. But yeah, they don't have a save button. Publish is the same as save in a case like that where you're making a change. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? All right. Well, that's all I have for today. And next week, I'm not sure. I got a couple things floating around in my head that I might talk about. So again, if you guys ever have a specific topic that you want me to talk about, let me know. Let me know. So I'm always open to that. But otherwise, because of group coaching, we can be at different levels. I try to cover some topics that are more advanced and some that are more in the beginning stages. And so you're going to get a little bit of everything, but they can be beneficial to you no matter what stage you're in, because sometimes it's good to have a refresher, and sometimes it's good to just kind of know what's coming up ahead so that you're not taken by surprise or whatever. So, but always open to suggestions. All right. Carolyn, did you have something? if you're talking, you're muted. It doesn't look like you're muted, but you're muted.
I am muted. I'm sorry. No, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank
Yes,
you,
thank
again for showing us, something new, something different, giving us another option as to how to, expand our visibility,
Mhm.
as an author. So I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else before we go?
I stand with Carolyn.
Yeah, and like I said, the great thing about SKOOL is there are free communities out there, and you might be able to find a community that is just a good fit for you that you are going to make connections with. And a lot of these free communities give away a lot of good stuff. Meaning, educational stuff, teaching you things. And it's a great way to get to know people. You don't necessarily have to spend any money. You can just join a free community and get started that way and find something that is of interest to you, whether it's a personal interest, like I said, or related to your topic, doesn't matter. But I had never heard of SKOOL until I came across my business coach. And I don't know how long they've been around, but uh there's a ton of different groups out there, so maybe there's one that you guys might be interested in. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week and see you next Tuesday. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Kathy. Bye,
Everyone.
everyone.
Bye.